We already know that Halloween 2020 is on its way. The boogeyman is coming. But today we learned that it might not be that simple, and that David Gordon Green could very much be at the center of it. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dave Cave. I, as always, am Dave. Now, before we get started, stay on top of all things horror and heroes. As it comes fresh out of the Dave Cave, hit the subscribe so you don't miss a minute. What we're talking about today is the gigantic, well, potentially gigantic, rumor bomb that Bloody Disgusting dropped this morning. And the reason I say potential and rumor is because they say themselves that you can file this one under unconfirmed rumor that is too damn juicy to ignore. And really, it revolves around David Gordon Green coming back and directing the next Halloween, but also then the next Halloween after that, and that they could be filmed back to back. First of all, I'm all for David Gordon Green coming back. I loved 2018. If you really want to know how I feel about 2018, I'll have links to everything I've done on 2018 in the description below. Go check all that out. But I loved 2018, Cliff Note version. I very much am ready for a sequel, and a sequel beyond that if they do it right. But first, let's get into the paragraph that really has set the fandom on fire. Here it is. From what I'm told, not only will they be filming 2 sequels back to back, but they are discussing releasing both in the same month. Yes, it's within the realm of possibility that we'll see 2 Halloween films released in October 2020. So knee-jerk, the first part I have a problem with is that they're not going to release 2 Halloween films in the same month. It doesn't make financial sense. One will take away from the other. You'll have 2 movies competing with each other. Just business sense-wise, it won't make sense. It really won't. You want to have Halloween have its own month. You want Halloween 2018. You want it to be the massive hit that it was. You want one movie to have its heyday. You don't want people having to go to this or that, and you do not want to be competing with yourself. And as far as filming them back-to-back is concerned, I don't like finding that out. I'm not saying it's a spoiler, but I don't like the idea that they're telling us that they're filming the next Halloween and Halloween after that. If you've seen any of my other videos, specifically the sequel discussion that I just did, I like the idea that they could potentially kill Michael Myers in the next one. Now, knowing that they're going to do one and the other one right after that, we know that that's not a possibility. And I know what you're saying. Dave, they were planning on doing 2018 as a back-to-back filming, and then they scrapped the idea. Sure, that's fine. But the way they ended 2018, say 2018 bombed. It hits the theaters and is just a gigantic Cleveland steamer on the floor, and is just shit. Nobody liked it, and it just bombs. It ends with Michael in the basement. He's burned to death. You can let it go out that way. The Strodes live. Everybody's happy, so to speak. Not Ray. He's not doing good. But fuck that guy. But you can go out like that. You can go out thinking that Michael burned in the basement. You can go out with the Strodes in the back of that truck. You can go out that way. It can finish that way if the movie was shit. The movie wasn't shit, and so we're getting a sequel. Cool. But because we're getting a sequel, I was hoping that they could kill Michael Myers. They're not going to now, but I was hoping that they could, and I like the idea that you never know when they're going to be done. If you had gone into Halloween H2O knowing there was going to be a resurrection, knowing Halloween Resurrection, as much of a shit show as that is, knowing there was going to be a Halloween Resurrection, when she chops his goddamn head off, no one would have given a shit. Nobody would have given a shit, because you knew he was going to come back somehow. But you had a feeling that, you know what? Laurie Strode might have just fucking killed Michael Myers. Might have just lopped his goddamn dome off. And it was awesome. People cheered in theaters. It was one of the first times I ever experienced that in my life. It was back in 1998 when that came out. It was awesome. Because people believed that Michael Myers could have been killed. Someone pointed out to me earlier today, you can't kill an icon. Michael is an icon. He will always come back. Yeah, that's fine. And if you know me, you know that I am fine having Michael go on as an icon. But this iteration is 61 years old as of 2018. He was 21 when he got out, and it's just 40 years later, and then you have the sequel. However long the sequel is going to be set after 2018, that's how much older Michael's going to be. And then you have the sequel beyond that, and by that time, really, unless you're really going to try to cram it into 2 years, that Michael will have progressed much more towards 70. That also said, I want James Jude Courtney back. I thought he was awesome as Michael. Possibly could challenge Nick Castle for best ever shape. Very much so. But you're going to get these movies going on, and I understand they're filming them back to back, so that's not really a big problem. But you're going to have 2 more movies of timeline. It's going to get ridiculous that you're going to have this character pushing 70 and doing all the Michael Myers things. They make a joke of it in Halloween H2O, and that was only 20 years after, where the guy says, oh yeah, look for somebody with Alzheimer's and a cane. Where were you at now? What the hell? It's 50 years later. If you get him to 70, Michael Myers, I understand that he's a force of evil, but shit. Evil's got to die. Evil's going to get old. You're going to make it a parody like that fucking trailer. The Halloween H61, where, you know, Laurie Strode is old and in a walker and the actual mask is balding. It's going to be ridiculous. Don't let this Michael get ridiculous. Last Michael in 2018 was awesome. Let him die and tell the story again. This is bad news. We don't need more Michael in this storyline. Kill him. And yes, by this point, I understand that some of you might be saying, fuck you, Dave. You're not a Halloween fan. Why would you want Michael Myers to die? You don't know what you're talking about. Get your head out of your ass. But it's because I love Michael Myers so much, and I grew up as him as my boy. He was my gateway into horror. Because of that, I respect the character enough that I don't want Halloween 5 again. I don't want it to get ridiculous. I don't want the reasons for him still being around to get stupid. I want it to make sense. He is messed up. He is a burn victim now. His hand is half missing. He's not doing okay. And you're telling me he's going to make it through one more film and then into another film and still be Michael Myers? No, it's not going to work. At least it's not going to work well. I'm very worried for this series if they keep going this way. Now, I have some questions to answer in the comments below, and I mean to be blunt about this, because I want to know where the community stands on stuff like this. What do you think about the idea of Danny McBride coming back for 2 more? They haven't announced it, but I would imagine if David Gordon Green's coming back, he's going to want to work with Danny McBride again to continue the story and the universe that they created in 2018. I think it's a very good possibility, and if they can manage to wrangle in the comedy aspect of it, I'm okay with it. But also, what do you think of the idea of back-to-back? And what do you think they're going to be able to do to keep Michael fresh? I know it's a lot, but hit the comments below and let me know what you think of all this news. It could be very bad, possibly could be very good. A lot of people were skeptical about Jamie Lee Curtis coming back for 2018, so I could eat a whole bunch of crow. I'm ready for a big plate. I'm always ready to be wrong when I am skeptical of something. Very ready to be wrong. I hope I am. If you're wondering what some of my other thoughts are on Halloween 2020, hit the description below. I have a video that I did a couple weeks ago, just some of my thoughts of what if scenarios for what could be in the sequel. I think I'm going to have to redo that though, because we got this new information. If this new information ends up being true, holy shit. Alright, well that's going to do it for me today. Just wanted to pop in, get my thoughts out there for Halloween 2020. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like and share. Be sure to check me out on Instagram and Twitter at @TheDaveCave_. I post over there when I'm not posting here. And thank you so much, as always, for stopping by the Dave Cave. See y'all real soon. Take care.